Hello friends, welcome once again to my channel Language and Life Skills. I'm Matthew Andukani. The topic today is sleep your way to good grades. Sleep your way to good grades. Can you sleep well and still get good grades? This goes against popular belief, but it is a fact. Some consider sleep a waste of time. They thought so by many business people. But sleep is necessary for all beings, all living beings. It is not a static state, but a dynamic state. A dynamic activity of the mind. While the body remains still, the mind doesn't sleep. Mind is very active. Of course, excessive sleep will not help you to study. During the sleep, the body will rest, but the mind and the brain warms up. The body cools down and the brain warms up. The brain is not at all idle during sleep. It is very active, it is processing and consolidating what you have learned. If you consider human beings age-wise, newborn babies sleep a lot. They have to sleep between 14 to 17 hours a day. Teenagers need to sleep 8 to 10 hours a day. Young adults, they need 7 to 9 hours a day. And the aged need 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Some super seniors sleep less. Now, for anyone, less than 6 hours of sleep invites troubles, invites the risk of hypertension and cardiovascular disease. So sleep is the most basic needs of the body and the mind, even more than food. But we take sometimes sleep for granted. Sleep is one of God's greatest blessings and a very important need of the body. Some are unable to sleep. They suffer from total insomnia or part insomnia. This inability to sleep. Some of it is due to physical causes, like excruciating pain or hunger, or in some cases, overeating. Others are due to moral causes, deliberate crimes, like murder committed in cold blood. Take the case of Macbeth. He had murdered King Duncan in his own castle, and after that he hears a voice. Macbeth shall sleep no more. Macbeth has murdered sleep. And Lady Macbeth, who was an accomplished in this, is having terrible nightmares, and she is walking around in her sleep and repeatedly washing her hands to clean them of the blood of murder. So once you are consciously blinded, you can fall asleep even after committing the most serious crimes. Sleep is necessary for physical and mental restoration. There is an Irish proverb which says, a good laugh and a long sleep are best cures for anything. And a Greek proverb says, sleep is the remedy of all disease. O hypnos estin pharmakon ton oseon. If you do not sleep well, your heart, your brain, and even your muscle will not work well. It is critical for peak performance in the arts like music, dancing, singing, which need physical and mental alertness. So good sleep prevents cardiovascular disease because during sleep, your heartbeat, your BP drop 10 to 20%. Throughout your life, your heart is beating, your pulse is running, and the pressure on these are lowered during sleep. Now, when the brain works during the day, brain energy is depleted and it needs to be restored, and damages need to be repaired to the brain. So sleep will restore the body and repair the brain cells. Sleep and study, dear friends, are not opposed but complementary. Good sleep helps you to study well and helps you to retain well what you have studied. Now, some students sleep throughout the year on their lessons and mug up on the eve of the exams, foregoing sleep and sometimes even food and physical relaxation like games or exercise. And then they panic during the exams. Do these people do well in life? No, they cannot. They cannot retain what they have learned. And a day or two after the exams, all their knowledge vanishes. Why? Because the knowledge has not seeped into their mind and body system. It is like rain falling on duck back or on yam leaves. Now, sleep is necessary for processing knowledge and consolidating memory. Sleep is not the enemy of learning, but it's ally. Retaining up to 80% of what you learned during the day depends on the good sleep you had on the previous night. Your body and mind needs to be fresh in the morning for learning. And the ability to recall what you learned during the day depends 57 to 60% on the sleep that you do after the learning during the night. So good sleep is essential both to knowledge acquisition and retention and also to recall what you have learned. This is definitely not possible when you are sitting up late into the night and mugging up till all your lessons and then you are cutting short your sleep. Soon after the exams, your knowledge will vanish. Let me now give you some practical steps and practical tips for learning. If you have a lot to study and heaps of assignments, what do? Now basically people have two sleep patterns. There is one set is those who sleep early and get up early. The other are those who go to bed late and get up late. Now, whatever your pattern of sleep, you must sleep every day at the same time. You must go to bed at the same time. This is very important for getting good sleep. If you are under pressure of study, then instead of going to bed late, you get to bed at the usual time. Set your alarm, get up earlier and study. You would have had proper sleep. But if you try to study when you are sleepy, your study will not be efficient. And if you do not sleep at least 6 hours a day, even on exam days, your knowledge will not remain with you. It will vanish. So, the students, study your lessons daily, make short notes, and do periodic revision of what you have studied, and then your knowledge will be consolidated, it will stay with you. Avoid mugging up at the last minute. And when you go to bed, wear loose clothes and light clothes. Put off all the lights and at least 1 hour before bed, stop using all electronic devices like your laptop or your cell phone. So, friends, I hope you are convinced of the positive correlation between good sleep and good study. You sleep well and you are rested well before you learn, and after your classes and learning, you will do well in your studies and what you learn will remain with you. Bye. All the best in your studies. See you another time. Bye.